It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
The first annual CVC Tournament Baseball Finals here tonight on WBCB, live from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. A gorgeous evening along the banks of the Delaware River. Hello again, everybody. Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter. A new champion will be crowned tonight. A battle of the birds as the Lawrence Cardinals are back here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark for the second consecutive season, this time looking to take home the CVC Tournament Finals. It was a tough loss last year for the Cards in the Mercer County Tournament Finals against Hun. Back here just a year later, looking for redemption and looking to be crowned the first ever CVC Tournament champion. The Cards will go up against the Robbinsville Ravens, who had a momentous victory last night over Allentown. Tyler Bunnell went 6 solid innings, 9 Ks, allowing 3 runs and just a couple of hits. Tremendous effort from Bunnell last night on the bump, as they will turn to Noah Schwartz on the mound tonight for Robbinsville. So far this season for Schwartz, 30 and a third innings pitched, 33 hits scattered, 19 runs allowed, just 13 earned, 7 walks on the year, 19 Ks, and an ERA at 3 flat. As we welcome my broadcast partner Ryan Baxter into our Trentonian pregame festivities. Ryan, this is a great matchup on paper. It should be an even better one out there on the field this evening, and you got a really good pitching matchup. First with Noah Schwartz with Robbinsville going up against Aiden Crowley. Both of them neither really the ace for this squad, but both really good arms that love to live in the strike zone. We could see a lot of really good pitching and some ground ball outs here tonight if they're able to execute low in the zone like they're capable of.
Oh, absolutely. But both of these lineups are also capable of turning on these pitchers, no matter how good they are, and sending them into the gaps. Both teams have really good power to the gaps. Both teams are really good extra base hitters, and they're really good base runners. So they really do have to hope that the pitching is as good as advertised, because once both of these teams get on the base pads, it really could be anybody's ball game at that point.
And for the Lawrence Cardinals, victorious in 6-0 fashion over Heightstown. That's how they got here tonight. But a lot definitely on the mind of this Lawrence team, as we mentioned just a year ago, here against Hun in the Mercer County Tournament Final, the last year of that Mercer County Tournament, and a tough loss against the Hun school as the Red Raiders were able to claim and take home the final Mercer County Tournament trophy. A good chance here for Jim Mayer, though, to etch his name in stone for the CVC Tournament. He was unable to do so for the Mercer County Tournament. He's got a great chance here tonight to take home a nice plaque and a nice trophy for the Lawrence Cardinals, who have won their division consecutive years and have been a powerhouse here in the CVC and in Group 3, as they have just been phenomenal all season long in the last 2 years. Just a great, great team that we've had the privilege of covering on WBCB, and it all starts with the head coach in Jim Mayer. He's been all around the block in Mercer County. He's developed arms left and right, and tonight he turns to Aiden Crowley on the mound, who Crowley has had his fair share of success this season. So far for Aiden Crowley on the bump, he's made 12 appearances, 4 of them starts on the year, and he's been able to scatter 23 hits across 33 and a third innings of work. He's been tremendous on the mound this year, a 3-1 record for him. They've only allowed 4 stolen bases on the season. He's got a 1.67 earned run average on the year. Crowley lives in the strike zone. The fastball has a ton of life on it, and his ability to live low really presents problems for powerful bats like the Robbinsville Ravens have. They were able to turn the offense on in the late innings against Allentown last night, pouring on the runs late, and they're going to have to try and do that again here against Aiden Crowley if they want to take home the first CVC Tournament final.
They're just going to have to hope that all that momentum from last night carries over into the game, and there's nothing better than a championship game, whether like CVC tournament, and it's the first time that there's a champion ever going to be crowned. Both of these teams are definitely coming in motivated for that. You just got to hope that if you're a fan of the Lawrence of the Lawrence team that they're going to end up staying with the hot bats as they're known for.
Tonight's game on WBCB is brought to you by Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, NJEA, the Mercer County Republicans, the Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, Haldeman Ford, Mako of Ewing, all proud to bring you tonight's game on WBCB. The Ravens of Robbinsville, the top seed of this tournament, enter tonight at 14-4. The Lawrence Cardinals, the 2 seed, enter tonight at 17-6 under the direction of head coach Jim Mayer. Mike Kinsella still at the helm for Robbinsville as they look to capture the first ever CVC Tournament final here tonight from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. We'll remind you again of the dimensions here at the ballpark. 3:30 down either line and 4:07 to straight away center field. Coaches meeting behind home plate, exchanging ground rules and lineup cards here. John Constantino, the commissioner of the CVC Tournament and athletic director at Hamilton West, down on the field tonight. And a gorgeous night for baseball. Some cloud coverage, but not enough to stop that sun from shining through as it sets over the banks of the Delaware River. A cool breeze blows out towards the river, a rare occurrence here at the ballpark. Outward winds could mean for some carrying baseballs off these metal bats here tonight. Let's introduce the starting lineups brought to you by the Trentonian. Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. For Lawrence, they'll bat first tonight. Aiden Poot out in center field after his masterful performance on the mound. 9 Ks for Poot against Hightstown in their victory to advance to this championship game here tonight. Poot in the leadoff spot out in center field. Connor Crowley plays second and bats second. Teague Toto, the right fielder, bats third. Josh Vakrosky in left field bats fourth. Colin Williver, the first baseman, in the 5 spot. Aiden Crowley on the bump in the 6 spot, batting 7th. Andrew Benitez, he'll DH for the third baseman, Yariel Guzman. Drew Dobkin behind the plate in the 8 spot, and rounding out the lineup, the shortstop, Seneca Sumners. So again, for Jim Mayer's Lawrence Cardinals, it's Poot, Crowley, Toto, Vakrosky, Williver, Crowley, Benitez, Dobkins, and Sumners, the 1 through 9. For the Lawrence Cardinals at 17-6 in the 2 seed of this CVC tournament. And for the Ravens of Robbinsville, under head coach Mike Kinsella, Gavin Hopkins behind the plate. Tonight on the mound, we mentioned Noah Schwartz in the outfield from left to right, Gavin Sullivan, Nick Wiskowski, and Matt Boss in right field. Ben Dean at third base, Johnny Fowler at shortstop, Eddie Keating at second base, Hayden Perusic over at first. The infield and outfield defensive alignment here tonight for Robbinsville. The Ravens sporting the home white unis with the black letter across the front with the red trim around those letters. And we'll turn things over to Kevin Myers, our public address announcer, as he reintroduces the starting lineups here tonight.
Left fielder number 19, Josh Gachewski. At first base, number 11, Connor Williver. On the mound, number 1, Aiden Crowley. Designated hitter number 3, Andrew Benitez. Third baseman number 8, Yariel Guzman. Catching number 2, Drew Dobkin. And at shortstop, number 6, Seneca Sumners. Your head coach, Mr. Jim Mayer, assisted by Mr. Mike Suoso, Mr. Paul Sperano, Mr. Ryan Willever, and Louis Buddy Longo. And now for the Robbinsville Ravens. Catching number 4, Gavin Hopkins. Center fielder number 19, Nick Wysokowski. At shortstop number 2, Johnny Fowler. On the mound for the Ravens, number 7, Noah Schwartz. Right fielder number 16, Matt Boss. First baseman, number 5, Hayden Perusic. Designated hitter, number 12, Tyler Bunnell. Third baseman, number 9, Ben Dean. Left fielder, number 1, Gavin Sullivan. And second baseman, number 3, Eddie Keating. Your head coach, Mr. Mike Kinsella, assisted by Mr. Greg Lerner and Andrew Bruno.
Well, there you have it. The table is set. The lineup's announced. Moments away from first pitch. We'll step away here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the CVC Tournament Finals. First pitch coming up next here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
The Robbinsville Ravens, the number 1 seed, taking on the 2 seed Lawrence Cardinals. Winner takes all, the CVC Baseball Tournament Finals, as the Ravens take the field for the first time tonight. Noah Schwartz makes his way out to the mound as we get to see the towering senior out on the bump. The lefty gets the start tonight for Robbinsville. And we'll remind you again how they look defensively. It's Gavin Sullivan in left field, Nick Wysikowski in center, and Matt Boss in right. In the infield at third base, Ben Dean, shortstop Johnny Fowler, second base Eddie Keating, over at first Hayden Perusic, Gavin Hopkins behind the plate, and of course Noah Schwartz out on the mound. And we highlighted Schwartz during the Trentonian pregame show. So far on the season, 30 1/3 innings of work. He scattered 33 hits, 19 runs, just 13 of them earned, 19 Ks to 7 walks, and the ERA at 3 flat on the year. A solid campaign from Schwartz as he fires away. First 3 you'll see tonight: Aiden Poot, Connor Crowley, and Teak Toto, and these are the guys that have been doing the most damage of late, really, for Lawrence, as Teak Toto has come through time and time again offensively for Jimmy Mayer and his squad. Toto last night 1 for 3, an RBI single in the early innings. Crowley last night 1 for 3 with an RBI single as well. Poot, he was 0 for 3 with a walk, but a couple of runs scored as he reached on an error back in the second inning of last night's game against Hightstown. But Josh Vikrosky, a bat to watch as well in the 4 spot. He's been powerful, and he has been everything they've needed since losing their best bat in Deacon Moore, who had a torn ligament in his knee, and healing that up. Just announced his commitment to Rider University the other day, so congratulations to Deacon. We'll still see him for one more season here on WBCB before he heads right up the road to 206, right up the road on Route 206 to Rider. Aiden Poot steps in for the first time tonight. Schwartz peers into Hopkins. He's got his sign, and he's ready. Kicks and deals, first pitch, chopper to second base. Backpedaling, gloving is Keating, over to Perusic. One pitch, one out. First pitch fired in at 7:04, right on time.
Well, couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Ravens. Seems like Lawrence is coming out aggressive here, swinging at the first pitch. Not sure if that's going to be the approach for everybody coming through for the lineup, but if that's how it's going to go, then it's going to be more than acceptable for the Ravens.
One pitch, one out for Noah Schwartz. And at the dish now is Connor Crowley. Takes one on the outside third for a called strike. Schwartz works ahead early on. Great turnout on hand. Fans still filing in here at the ballpark. Battle of the Birds here in the CVC Tournament Finals. Schwartz is 0-1 on the way. Off the back foot. Ball on a strike, the count moves. Next pitch catches the outer third, and it moves to 1-2. Effective off speed to start from Schwartz.
Yeah, he's really locating that on the outside very well.
A 484 average for Crowley entering tonight. Behind 1-2 here against Schwartz. 4 doubles and 6 RBIs on the season. 1-2 from Schwartz. Cut on and miss. Got him to dip downstairs and held on to by Hopkins as the Ravens swing it around the horn. 2 up and 2 down for Schwartz.
The breaking ball's really coming through for him there. Looks like he got it right back in there on that back foot. Swung right over top of it. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch.
2 up, 2 down for Schwartz. Here's Teak Toto. We mentioned 1 for 3 with an RBI last night. Came back in the first inning, looking to keep the inning alive here for the Cards. A lefty-lefty matchup. Schwartz lifts the leg and comes home. A breaking ball that runs away. A ball and no strikes to Toto.
He's also got one of the best names in the tournament, honestly.
Absolutely. Teak Toto, 100%.
This is one of those kids to really watch out for. You talked about the wind blowing out, and this kid has pop.
1-0 to him. Runs inside, almost caught a piece. And Schwartz falling behind for the first time today. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, it makes sense that it's to Toto. He's a really patient hitter.
And the 2-0. Line down the right field line, and that is a foul ball. Just foul. Just missed the chalk down the right field line, and just missing extra bases is Teak Toto. That ball rolled all the way down into the corner towards the Thunder bullpen.
Yeah, that was easily 2, maybe 3 with Toto's athleticism. But that's a good call from Blue there, right on top of it.
I should say what would be the Thunder's bullpen. It's actually the Ravens' bullpen tonight. But typically when the Thunder are home and playing, that's where they warm up their pitchers. 2 balls and a strike. The count to Teak Toto. Schwartz ready, winds and fires. The 2-1. Shot on the ground towards second base. Keating, a high hop for him. Shuffles and flips over to Perusic. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Schwartz here in the top of the first. Couple of 4-3 putouts and a K issued by Schwartz. 3 up and 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the first here in the CVC Tournament Finals.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Aiden Crowley toes the rubber for the first time today as the Lawrence Cardinals hit the field defensively to begin the bottom of the first inning. A 0 put up by Noah Schwartz. The Ravens bats get to work quickly in their half of the first inning. Gavin Hopkins, Nick Wyzakowski, and Johnny Fowler, the first three due up for Robbinsville. After that, Noah Schwartz in the 4th spot, Matt Voss out in right field batting 5th. Hayden Perusic, the first baseman, bats 6th. Tyler Bennell, the DH tonight, hitting in place of Ben Dean over at 3rd base. Gavin Sullivan in left field bats 8th, and Eddie Keating, the second baseman, in the 9th spot. Aiden Crowley on the mound. Talked about Crowley a little bit during the Trentonian pregame show. He's been masterful this season. The ERA at 1.67, a 3-1 record on the year. And he's just done a good job limiting damage all season long. 8 runs allowed, all 8 of them earned, but 30-plus innings and only 8 runs allowed. Pretty good stuff from Aiden Crowley out there on the mound as he gets ready to go. Gavin Hopkins comes to the plate for the first time.
He's really going to need to have his best stuff working against these Ravens.
Fastball in there and a called strike 1 is how the night begins on the mound for Aiden Crowley. The 0-1. Downstairs, a ball and a strike. Yariel Guzman over at 3rd base. Playing even with the bag at 3rd, a bit off the line. Not too far off. 1-1. Runs away, 2 balls and a strike. One thing, you're probably hearing it through the crowd mic already, this Ravens dugout, they are loud and they are vocal for all 7 innings of this game. Last night was a very loud game between Robbinsville and Allentown, as that heater just misses below the knees. Crowley wanted to know where it was and was quickly told, and it's 3-1.
It seems like a little squeeze job there, but you just have to bounce back and get the call here.
3-1 on the way. Rolled over, right side of the diamond. Fielding, bobbling, Crowley, throw to first. In time to get Hopkins. Connor Crowley didn't field it cleanly, but recovered and got it over to Connor Williver just in time to get the speedy Hopkins.
Way to stay within himself there to keep that.
It was a very close play there at first. Hopkins thought he beat it out. Here's Nick Wyzakowski. Wyzakowski last night, 1 for 3, a couple of runs scored. He walked as well. Taps this one right in front of home. Fair ball, but foul is now called just in the nick of time, as that one must have got him off the foot.
Yeah, it must have. That would have been one of those like unfortunate at-bats. It's one of those ones that shouldn't stay fair, but just somehow does.
So no balls and a strike to Nick Wyzakowski out in center field. The 0-1. Showing bunt, can't get it down, and it's 0-2.
Seems like they're just trying to do anything to get on base here. Get him started with a base runner at least, or get Crowley's timing off now at least.
Wyzakowski granted time just in the nick of time, as they noticed his shoelace was untied. Count still at 0-2. And the pitch. Down in the dirt.
Trying to get Wyzakowski fishing there. Wouldn't bite.
Wyzakowski on the year, the average at 293 entering today. According to NJ.com, that pitch misses well outside and the count goes even. Wyzakowski, 12 hits for him on the year, 7 RBIs, and 3 doubles for him. He's worked 8 walks. Slugging percentage at .366, the 2-2. Downstairs, hits off the heel of the mitt, and Goes back to the backstop. The count is now full at 3-2. A good battle here from Wyzakowski.
Yeah, he was behind in the at bat for a good portion of it. Now he's got it 3-2.
See if he's able to work a walk. 3-2 from Crowley. Tapper in front of the mound. Dobkin has it in fair ground, fires to first in time. Two-three put out. 2 up and 2 down for Aiden Crowley.
Johnny Fowler.
And this is Johnny Fowler with 2 down and nobody aboard. Fowler last night, a single and a run scored. A 1-for-3 effort with a walk. It's a breaking ball, run away, and takes it for ball 1.
Both pitchers off to solid starts right now. Both lineups are making contact. We did see the 1 strikeout on Robbinsville's side, but other than that, it's been pretty good contact throughout.
Fowler shoots this one high and in the air to center field. Poots there, camps under it and makes the catch. A clean inning for Aiden Crowley. 1-2-3, down go the Ravens. 1 inning in the books. We're on to the second here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Back at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, 0s through 1 as both pitchers 1-2-3 innings out there on the bump. Ryan, you alluded to it just a moment ago, the contact there, but just not strong enough contact. Weakly induced ground balls have been the theme for Noah Schwartz in that first inning, and for Aiden Crowley in that first inning, a couple of ground outs as well and a fly out to end the inning.
Yeah, it's like you said, there's been contact, but it hasn't been hard. It's like there's something that they're going to have to adjust to and get their barrels to as they get further along in this game. But as frustrating as it is to not get a hit off of contact, it's got to be something that you could build on later on, like, okay, that didn't go my way this time around. What can I do for my next at-bat? Maybe you didn't even do anything wrong, and it was just one of those swings that you just missed a little bit. You just got to do the exact same thing, hope you get the exact same pitch. Both teams are going to hit this game. It's impossible that both of these teams are going to be held as hitless as they've been so far, and it's only the second inning.
It's a great point. Not even a one-way through the lineup for either team yet. Still a lot of pitches to be seen and a lot of at-bats to be had. Noah Schwartz back out for inning number 2. Josh Vikroski will lead things off. Josh leads things off. He has found himself in the 4th spot for the majority of this season and really thrust it into that role when the offense was kind of sputtering a bit for Lawrence. Jim Mayer said, you know, early on in the season, a lot of the guys that performed well for him last year just couldn't hit their stride. Well, now they are, and Vikroski definitely one of them. The first pitch to him just runs off the outside part of the plate. I mean, just missed, 1-0.
Vikroski at some point earlier in this year was putting up what looked like video game numbers for this Lawrence team. He was unreal for a good stretch of the year, and he's still unreal.
And he swings and drives this one deep to right field, carrying. It'll roll to the wall. Vikroski's on his way to second. He'll stroll in there with a leadoff double. Big-time pop from the Cards outfielder, and a leadoff base runner in scoring position.
Well, I mean, they usually call it the commentator's curse, but as soon as I say something about him, he rips a double into the gap here. So good swing from him. Is he using a wood bat by chance?
It looks like it, but that's actually, it's an Adidas brand bat.
Oh, is it
and
really?
Yeah, it looks like a wood bat for sure, but he hides the label. I think he shows it out towards the pitcher, so you can't see the 3 black stripes down the side of it. But yeah, it's got that ash color to it. Does look like a wood bat for sure.
Sure sounded like it to me, too.
Yeah,
maybe I'm bugging a little bit, but
that's the 7th double of the season for Josh Vikroski as he's in scoring position with nobody out. Connor Williver steps in, showed bunt, pulled back, and takes a strike. The man they call Seawill over at first base tonight for the Cards. Seen him at the hot corner. Now he's over at the warm corner, as I like to call it. You call third base the hot corner. First base, they get some hot shots too. It might not be hot, but you got to call it warm. Beautiful bunt from Williver. Charging and unable to field cleanly is Dean at third. Everybody safe.
Picture perfect textbook. What was initially, I assume, set up to be a sacrifice now has runners on the corners for an incredibly dangerous hitter in Aiden Crowley, as good as he is a pitcher.
Crowley comes to the plate. That one ruled an infield hit. First and third, nobody out, and now with good speed on third, a pass ball definitely scores a run. Williver over at first moves well, but not a threat to steal. The pitch. Crowley shows bunt and takes a ball. Schwartz with a bit of adversity to start this second inning.
Might not be a threat to steal, but wouldn't it be something for Lawrence to try to set up a play where he gets in a rundown and they try to score the runner from third?
You might see that here. 1-1. Bunted, first base side. Here comes Verkrovsky. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Squeeze was on and executed by Crowley. 1-0 Lawrence.
And again, that was just a beautifully placed bunt there by Crowley. You couldn't have asked for anything more from the young man there. Honestly, I think it would have just been better to try to get the out at first base instead of going for the out at home. But either way, just reset here for the Ravens, see if they can get out of this inning with just giving up one.
Aiden Crowley now in double digits, his 10th RBI of the season. First pitch to Benitez. He tries to bunt, but can't get it down. It's foul. Hung up in the air a bit, but not enough time for Ben Dean to haul that one.
A little bit of small ball shown to start the second inning from Lawrence. We were just talking about their pop. We saw a double. Now it's just been bunts.
That's one thing Jim Mayer does well. He gets guys on, he gets them over, and he brings them home. Not afraid to implement the small ball when he has to. Here's Benitez squaring. Beautiful bunt right in front of home again. Schwartz only played at first. Bobbles flips and pulled off the bag is Perusic. His glove looked like it hit Benitez. Kinsella's going to come out and dispute this one for sure.
Looks like he's asking for him to meet at least. There's a lot of pointing going on.
He's asking him to ask for help at home. And saying that Kinsella, you can see, even him making that point, saying that, yeah, he did get pulled off the bag, but that glove, it looked like it definitely made contact with Benitez, even from where we're standing.
I thought so, yeah.
Kinsella not happy with that call, and he's got a pretty good argument. Bases are loaded, nobody out.
Now, as early as this is a very, very crucial part in this ball game.
Here's Drew Dobkin at the plate. Fastball, not sure where that one missed.
I guess a little up from here, but
5 RBIs for Dobkin on the season. A chance to pick up a pair here with a strong base hit. 1-0 to him. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
I'm a little surprised to not see him working lower to try to force that ground ball to get a double play. I've seen 2 straight high fastballs.
Now 3 balls and no strikes. Some of the Robbinsville fans wondering where that one missed. Hopkins comes on out to the mound. They'll talk some things over, he and Schwartz. Perusic comes over as well. Lawrence threatening here in the top of the second inning. 1 run across and looking for more. 3 balls, no strikes to count. Bases loaded. The pitch. Called strike at the knees.
All right, he got his get me over, and now he's got to lock back in and try to get this out here.
Good hitters count for Dobkin, the 3-1. Liner out towards right field, carrying. There is Boss to make the catch. Tagging from third, Williver. Throw cut off by Perusic, and a sac fly makes this a 2-0 game.
Well, if you get him any way that you can, it's a productive at-bat from Dobkin. Sack fly brings home another one. That's a 2, and now it's a 2-0 ball game. This is still honestly best case scenario for Robbinsville if they can roll a ground ball here and get that double play and get out of here. Only letting up 2 with the bases loaded would be huge.
That it would. Seneca Sumners comes to the plate now with runners at the corners. Middle infield at double play depth. Perusic at first, holding the runner on, and Benitez. Sumners at the dish. Bunts, first base side, charging Boss, play to the plate, there is none. Crowley's safe, everyone's safe, 3-0 Lawrence.
Robbinsville is really, really thrown off by this small ball approach by Lawrence right now. I'm not sure exactly what they can do to adjust defensively, whether they got to just come in a little bit more. They need to relax. They're overthrowing these. They're misplaying some of them. It's just not looking pretty right now.
Give credit as well where it's due. The execution from the Cards is just pinpoint.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, these bunts have been beautiful.
Yeah, you can't really place them much better than they have. As the lineup flips over here for Aiden Poot, he's 0 for 1, grounded out to second his first time up and falls behind, no balls and a strike. Still just 1 down and 2 aboard, 3 across on 4 hits in the inning. Move over to first, Sumner's back in time.
Earned some boos there from the Cardinal faithful.
Poot, he's been having a good season at the plate, 26 hits for him entering tonight. His 25th game of the year, the pitch. Taken above the laces.
And he averaged just above a hit a game. That's a pretty good season right there.
Poot's done a great job at the plate, and he really did a phenomenal job to kind of rewrite the ship for him out there on the mound. The 1-1, cut on and missed. Hit and run was on. Now the runners are in no man's land. Hopkins throws to third rather. They've got Benitez caught up. Throw to second base, and the tag applied to Benitez. Sumners is on second. You saw Poot kind of give up the swing there as he saw the hit and run was on, but the runners, as they saw the pitch release, they kind of both stopped.
Yeah, that's still, I mean, as broken of a play as that was, it still ends up best case scenario for Lawrence. They still have a runner in scoring position with a dangerous batter at the plate. Anything could really happen here.
Man in scoring position, good speed on second and Sumners. Big hole on the right side of the diamond in the pitch. Tapper towards short, charging, throwing on the run. Great play from Johnny Fowler to retire the side. 3 runs scored by the Lawrence Cardinals on 4 hits. They strand a man. A 3-run advantage for Aiden Crowley as he heads back out for inning number 2 here in the CVC Tournament Finals.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
On to bottom of inning number 2. Lawrence jumping out in front here in the second inning, in their half of the second, that is. 3-0 the score, 4 hits in the inning, and small ball executed to a T from the Cards. Noah Schwartz at the plate. He takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Schwartz batting .358 entering tonight.
He's definitely looking to help himself out here after the unfortunate inning that he just faced on the hill.
Shoots this one on the ground and into center field for a base hit. Well, Schwartz keeps his hot bat alive. Last night really broke open the game for the Ravens on a massive 3 RBI bases clearing double. He was 2 for 2 last night with 3 RBIs and a couple of walks.
Now he's looking to get things going here for the Ravens. Well, yet again, no runners on base for him this time around, but maybe he's the igniter that they need.
Matt Boss digs in, shows bunt. Can't get it down, fouls it straight back, and you see the Ravens trying to retaliate with some small ball of their own.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better.
Trying to, at least, and Boss last night for him did a really nice job in right field locking things down. Tough night for him at the plate, 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. A throw over to check on Schwartz. He's back in time with a head first dive. The wind still steady and blowing out towards right field. Again, kind of rare here at the ballpark. A lot of the time you get that wind blowing in off the Delaware.
Yeah, usually it is in, you're right. But I'm really hoping that with both of these lineups, it could end up being a good power show once they get more used to the game.
Back-to-back base knocks. Matt Boss lines one into center field. First and second, nobody out. The Ravens looking for a response.
Really, really good start so far. 2 little singles. So it's honestly anything you could get. They don't have to be these powerful gap shots or these big bops down the line. Anything that you can get through. Little CNI singles, shots up the middle like you saw from Schwartz. Robbinsville is trying to get hot.
So that'll send Hayden Perusic to the dish. Perusic last night, a single, an RBI single at that. Hit by a pitch, came around to score a run. Was hit by 2 pitches last night. Bunts this one back towards the mound. Crowley's only play is to first. Throws to his brother Connor covering, and there's one down but 2 in scoring position.
Beautifully executed sacrifice bunt there. Now he's got 2 in scoring position for one of their better hitters.
Tyler Bunnell, the man on the mound a night ago, 113 pitches en route to a victory. 9 Ks for him on the bump. He was magnificent for the Ravens. He battled in every single inning. Takes the first pitch fastball well away. A ball and no strikes. Bunnell hitting in place of the third baseman, Ben Dean, for the Ravens. A powerful bat at the dish. Swings and fouls this one back. Into the seats. A ball and a strike. The count moves. Bunnell last night, one of the more obscure sac flies you'll see in the sport. Bases were loaded, I believe, and he flew out to deep left field. The sac fly did count. The runner came home, but Allentown able to double off the Ravens at second base, so it was a 7-5-4 sac fly. And that one at the knees on the outside part of the plate makes it a 1-2 count.
That's an interesting way to score that, 7-5-4.
Yeah, I mean, me and Fish were kind of just going back and forth, and you know, it doesn't count as an at-bat, but the out had to be recorded as such.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 aboard and 1 down. The pitch to Bunnell. Checked. Fouled off the knob of the bat. And Schwartz started to come home, but he'll head back.
That almost hit him right in the knuckles there.
Yeah, Bunnell quickly turning and showing the home plate umpire. It's like, hey, that one almost caught me on the hands, it looks like.
Oh.
Swung on line towards right center. That's going to split the gap. 2 runs are going to come across. Bunnell's thinking 3. He's on the way. Relay throw, not in time. Stand-up triple for Tyler Bunnell. Tying run 90 feet away for the Ravens.
And I mean, if anybody was going to get him started, who else but Tyler Bunnell? Bases clearing triple, and now only brings it to within 1. This game has already been amazing to start.
A one-run game, one down, a man on third after the bases clearing triple from Tyler Bunnell. I believe that's his first triple it is of the season, and his 7th and 8th RBIs knocked in on the year, according to NJ.com.
Well, what a better time to come through with your first triple of the year.
Left fielder, number 1, Gavin Sullivan.
Gavin Sullivan comes to the plate with one down, and Bunnell 90 feet away from tying this game. 3 hits in the inning here for the Ravens and looking for more. Corners come in for the Cards. The pitch. Popped up, right side, heading towards foul ground. Long run for Toto. He's got room. Makes the catch in foul ground. Bunnell comes home. Throw offline, and we're tied.
Just like that. As quickly as Lawrence gets the lead, they lose it. What a half inning from the Ravens. And they still got one out to play with.
Number 3, Eddie Keating.
Bunnell comes across to score, and we will start over here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. 3s on the scoreboard apiece. 2 down, and the 9-hole hitter in Eddie Keating at the dish. The pitch. Shows bunt, but can't get it down. A foul tip into the mitt of Dobkin makes it 0-1. Oh, 1. Tapper, third base side, gloved in foul ground by Guzman. No balls and 2 strikes. What a response so far from the Ravens.
Yeah, really. I mean, they're the number 1 seed in this tournament for a reason, and they really showed it there. They can do it on both sides, whether they're pitching really well or hitting really well, showing that they can recover and they can bounce back when facing adversity.
Robbinsville, as Ryan mentioned, the 1 seed in this tournament. The pitch swung on and missed, down in the dirt, gets away from Dobkin. Keating will beat the throw. A 2-out base runner on the drop third strike as Keating gets aboard.
Yeah, sometimes speed kills. That's why it's always good to be on your toes and take off after every pitch like that. Anything like that could happen. And now Robbinsville continues to have a solid inning here with their leadoff man back at the dish with a hot lineup.
These two teams met back on May 1st. It was a 1-0 victory for Robbinsville. And it was Tyler Bunnell on the bump in that game. Runner in motion, throw goes to second base, on line from Dobkin. He got him!
Whew, what a cannon.
Keating tried to evade the tag, but the throw was right on the money from Drew Dobkin. He throws him out, trying to swipe second base to retire the side. 3 runs come across on 3 hits. Nobody left on base for the Ravens. We'll start things over as we head to the top of the 3rd here in the CVC Baseball Tournament Finals.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Two innings in the books and on to the 3rd, all knotted up at 3 apiece. Noah Schwartz back out for inning number 3. And a big response from the Ravens after falling behind 3-0. They get those 3 runs right back in that inning. Effective baseball, 3 hits, 3 runs the result. The 2 RBI triple from Bunnell got the Ravens going, and they kept the momentum carrying through the rest of that inning to tie things up.
It all started with Noah Schwartz getting that little single up the middle, and then everybody else just kind of followed suit.
2, 3, and 4 due up here for the Cards. Connor Crowley leads things off. He's 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. The first pitch from Schwartz tails away from him.
And you know the Cardinals want to respond with another big inning like they just had in the last one as well, especially since they don't have the lead anymore.
1-0. Shot on the ground to second base. It's Keating. He's got it, flips it over to Perusic in plenty of time. 1 up and 1 down, another 4-3 putout induced by Schwartz.
Left fielder, Teak Toto.
3rd putout of the night for Keating over there at second base.
He's had a busy night so far.
Teak Toto steps up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Keating his first time up.
Wonder if the 4-3 train can stay alive.
First pitch from Schwartz. That one catches the inside third and a called strike.
That was a disgusting breaking ball. He
Yeah.
had Toto leaning out of the way of that one.
Yeah,
My goodness.
if he's able to throw that for a strike, especially against these lefties, it could make for a long night.
I hope he can. I want to see him throw it again.
Taking his time out there on the mound, now has his sign, and he'll step off and reset. Not sure if that's wrist tape on his glove hand or if that's a sort of a pitch-com interface or a pitch relaying thing with the watch. You start to see that more and more at the college level. I haven't really seen it at the high school level yet. The count goes 1-1. I think that is just pre-wrap, though, on his wrist. He's not really looking down at it for the sign. Well out in front of the off-speed that time around is Toto, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, I can't imagine PitchCom being in high school just yet. Like maybe at like IMG Academy or something like
Right.
that, one of the prep schools or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know if Lawrence has the PitchCom technology just yet.
Breaker runs a bit inside, and it's 2-2.
It was that same one we saw get called. It was just a little up.
Count evens at 2 apiece. A long look in from Schwartz out there on the mound. He's got his sign from Hopkins. Kicks and deals the 2-2. Check. And that one sounded like it caught a piece of Toto. Caught a piece of something before catching the glove. Mike Kinsella thought it was a foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. Nonetheless, it's ruled a ball, and it's 3-2. Payoff pitch. Up and inside, taken for ball 4.
Really good at bat from Toto there. He fought that whole way.
First walk of the night issued by Schwartz, and the first walk, of course, for the Cardinals in this one. Leadoff base runner, or a one-out base runner, rather, for him. And here's Josh Vikrosky. A double and a run scored for him so far tonight.
And he's the one who got things started for the Cardinals last time he was at the plate. See if he could do it again.
What's that one? Run away and out of the zone for a ball. Catches the inside part of the plate. A ball and a strike.
Schwartz has to work inside to these lefties and show him that he's not scared to go in on them.
That's a balk. He did not come set for a half second there, and taking second base will be Teak Toto.
He's trying to rush it. He's just got to stick to his game like he's been doing. He only had the one bad inning.
Ball, 1 strike. A man in scoring position for Lawrence. The pitch. Off the heel of Schwartz. First base side. Unable to field it cleanly is Perusic. Coming home and scoring on the sliding effort is Teak Toto. Schwartz seems to be okay for now as he's walking all right. That one had to have catched the bottom of his cleat. Yeah, he points right to it. Just off the bottom of his cleat, hit a spike and rolled all the way over in foul ground. Perusic went to a slide to try and stop it, but it just slid right under his glove.
Well, first of all, thank goodness that hit a spike instead of like his shin or his ankle or anything like that, and he can stay in this game. But that was a really heads-up base running from Toto to score on the misplay. Just all-around heads-up play. Oh, man.
Williver drives this one deep towards right center field. That's going to get down and do some more damage. Vikrosky being waved all the way from first. He's coming home to score. Williver on his way to third. He's in safe. An RBI triple from Connor Williver. 5-3 Lawrence.
Well, anything you can do, I can do better. Back-to-back innings, back-to-back half innings with RBI triples. This one only a 1-run triple, but regardless, an absolute frozen rope into the gaps there. Unreal.
That'll prompt Mike Kinsella to come out of the dugout and talk some things over with Noah Schwartz and the rest of the Ravens infield. A 2-run advantage just like that for the Cards. Their 6th hit of the night. It's a triple off the bat of Williver. He brings home the 5th run, and he's 90 feet away with 1 down.
Pitcher, Aiden Crowley.
Aiden Crowley comes to the plate. A chance to help his own cause. 2 runs across in the inning for Lawrence. Threatening for another 90 feet away. Infield in for Robbinsville. And the first pitch to Crowley. Liner through into left field. An RBI single for Crowley. 6-3 Lawrence.
Well, help yourself out, pitch. Everything going right for the Cardinals this half inning. Couldn't ask for a better half inning for them.
A 2 RBI night for Crowley. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. A run scored as well. Andrew Benitez at the plate. Reached on an error his first time up. First pitch swinging and shoots that off the dugout facing. No balls and a strike to him.
Yeah, Cardinals are hot right now. They could really just put the bat out there and see where the ball goes. It might just go their way. Every bounce, every little step is going in the way of the Cardinals right this second.
0-1. Just missing away. Count even at 1 apiece. Runner on first and Aiden Crowley. 1-1. Cut on and missed. Got him to dip outside the zone there. A ball and 2 strikes to Benitez.
A strikeout would be huge here.
And a move over to first before the 1-2 can come home. Benitez on the season, 7 hits for him. 5 runs scored, 4 runs batted in. Runner in motion in Crowley, swing and a chopper to third. Dean has it, takes his time and flips over to first for out number 2. Crowley almost came off the field. He thought that was out number 3.
Well, good thing somebody told him. He almost ran himself out of the base path. But another well executed. I don't even know if that was a hit and run right there, but it was well executed. And now they got another runner in scoring position with Dobkin at the plate, who's definitely going to want to do more after his sacrifice fly.
Dan Hogger will come in and take over for Aiden Crowley, the pitcher on second base. And maybe that's what Crowley was doing. He was just waiting for the courtesy runner with 2 down. He started to come off after he reached second base, but had to wait for time to be called first.
That makes a lot more sense, yeah.
So 2 down. Here's Drew Dobkin. with Hauger on second representing Crowley. Big hole on the right side of the diamond. The pitch. Tapper, left side, but foul. Dobkin tonight, an RBI on his line already. Sacrifice fly out to right field.
He's got another runner in scoring position, but unfortunately a ball in the air doesn't really help the Cardinals' cause. He's going to have to put it on the ground and get him around.
Off speed in there, and it's 0-2 now to Drew Dobkin. Some activity down in the Robbinsville bullpen. And according to our sources, it looks like it's Tyler Bennell, who threw over 100 pitches last night. Maybe there's a new rule in the CVC tournament. Hit and runs on, chopper to short. Gloved by Fowler on the high hop, flips it over to Perusic in plenty of time for out number 3. But 3 more runs come across for Lawrence as they regain the lead. 6-3 the score as we head to the bottom of the third. You're watching the CVC Tournament Baseball Finals on WBCB.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
(6-3 the score. On to the bottom of the third inning. We'll see if the Ravens have another 3-run response in consecutive innings offensively for them. Able to do it back in the bottom of the second to tie things up at 3. But the Cards re-extending that 3-run lead just in their own half of the top of the third. Aiden Crowley back out on the mound. He's got some more run support. They'll face the top of the order here for Robbinsville: Hopkins, Wyzakowski, and Johnny Fowler. First pitch to Hopkins, up and inside. He takes a ball and no strikes.
Now, you mentioned the action in the Robbinsville pen. From my angle, in the last half inning, there was a little bit of action in Lawrence pen as well during Crowley's at-bat. I couldn't really get an eye on who it was, unfortunately, but just something to keep note of.
2 balls, no strikes to Hopkins, and the pitch. Catches the corner, 2-1.
It was a really good placement on that pitch there.
Good frame by Dobkin as well.
Sometimes it pays when your catcher's really good defensively. They can steal those strikes for you.
Absolutely. It's an art. 2-1. Liner out towards left field, hanging up and dropping in for a base hit right in front of Vikrosky.
That looked like it was going to be a tough play to make if he was going to try to. He could have laid out for it, but if he missed it, that's extra bases with Hopkins' speed. That was probably best case scenario. Let that drop and just hold him to 1.
22nd hit of the season for Gavin Hopkins. And he's aboard to begin the inning. Jim Mayer comes on out to the mound, another meeting with Crowley, and he requests the baseball. So somebody was warming up in that pen for Lawrence.
Might have been his brother.
Some adjustments definitely going to be made. It looks like Connor Williver is going to move from first base over to third. They'll put Crowley over at first, and I guess Connor Crowley will come out onto the mound. And Guzman will move from third to second base, I believe. Looks like Crowley went and got his first base mitt. He seems to be ready. Connor Crowley grabs the ball, and he'll fire away his warm-up pitches. We'll take a quick break, tell you about Connor Crowley on the other side of this timeout. Pitching change on the mound. Nobody out and a runner on first for the Ravens when we return.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Connor Crowley takes over for his brother Aiden out on the mound. Williver moves to third. Bunt shown by Wyzakowski, and he foul tips it into the mitt. No balls and a strike. Wyzakowski 0 for 1. Kind of grounded out right in front of home plate. Checks that one fair down the third baseline. First and second, nobody out for the Ravens, and the tying run coming to the plate in Johnny Fowler.
That's not the prettiest hit in the world right there. It's kind of a check half swing there. Got past the diving third baseman, Williver, but you'll take him any way you can get him, especially when you're down by 3.
Fowler steps in, 0 for 1, flew out to Poot in center field. He's shaded towards right center. First pitch taken high.
That left center gap is massive right now. It is calling for a baseball to get hit there.
12th appearance of the year for Connor Crowley. The 1-0 catches the corner, evens things at 1 apiece.
Seems like whenever Aiden starts the game, Connor is usually going to be right behind him in that bullpen. They're usually a good 1-2 punch that I've noticed from this Lawrence team whenever they throw one or the other.
Off speed, catches the outside part of the plate again. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Robbinsville started this inning very similarly to how they started the second with 2 quick singles. Then they had a sacrifice bunt, and then they had the RBI. So this is almost going eerily similar if they get the out and then Schwartz steps up. We'll see what happens.
Crowley thought about a move to second base. Set it just above the belt. Hopkins dancing off second to pitch. Popped him up, left side, heading towards foul ground. Williver running out of room, reaches over the banister and can't make the catch. Jimmy Mayer furious with his team that was standing on that top step, sort of telling them to get out of the way, and not sort of telling them, exactly telling them to get out of the way the next time that happens, and definitely looked like might have had an impact on that play if Williver was able to haul that one in, but a lot of contact made by him running into that railing in front of the dugouts. That could have jarred the ball loose as well.
Yeah, for sure. Almost a heck of a play made by him there. You don't really see those. You don't really see the over the fence catches like that in high school baseball too much.
Still 1-2 to Fowler, and Crowley will think about second base once more. No throw.
The way Hopkins is dancing out there on second, he's really got Crowley thinking.
1-2 shot in the air towards center field, not deep. Poots under it, and he gathers it in for out number 1. So here comes Noah Schwartz. Single and a run scored on his line so far. And as Ryan mentioned earlier, Schwartz got the offense going for the Ravens, the first hit of the night for them, and then later coming around to score on the 2 RBI triple from Tyler Bunnell.
It's probably the most dangerous part of Robbinsville's order, excuse me there. The 4-5-6, just underneath that one.
Towering fly ball in the infield. Williver roves over and makes the catch.
Now, if I can quote the movie 42, is that a home run? Yeah, in an elevator shaft. But that was a very high pop-up there. Honestly, a good play from Williver, because that's a tough play for even some of the major leaguers to make that high up with the lights and the sun barely even going down still. Good on him to hang with that.
Here's Matt Boss with 2 aboard and 2 down. Crowley, first pitch to him, swung on, loop towards right field, carrying towards the corner. Toto on the run, makes the catch for out number 3. Boss put a good charge into that one. It was carrying towards the 330 sign down the right field line, and Toto just casually cruised under that one to make the catch. 2 men stranded on a couple of hits, no runs. Score remains 6-3. Lawrence in front. We're through 3 here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Well, it looked like for a minute there we might see a pitching change on the mound for Robbinsville, but Noah Schwartz began the inning on the began to throw warm-up pitches out on the mound, and I believe once you do that, you have to be the pitcher for at least to start the inning. So Mike Kinsella wanted to bring into the game his reliever in Josh Yu, but Yu will have to wait just a little bit. And Schwartz will remain in the game for now on the mound.
Leading off the top of the 4th.
See if Schwartz can get through Sumner and then see what the Robbinsville plan was afterwards.
Yeah, for Lawrence, 9-1-2 due up here in their half of the 4th inning. Leading this one 6-3 and leading the hits category 7-5. The first pitch from Schwartz to Sumners catches the outside black, no balls and a strike. That pitch missing, a ball and a strike.
That one took a big bounce too. That must have hit home plate.
Yeah. Might have caught the lip of home plate. Skipped real high, the 1-1. That one downstairs again. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Perhaps that's what he was trying to do with that last pitch, because that's not a bad location. That's something that we've seen them swing at a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. 1-1. Or 2-1, rather. Cut on and fouled, and it's 2-2.
Exhibit A. That was almost the exact same location, just beautifully executed by Schwartz.
Sumner's behind, or evens the count, 2-2. Schwartz ready, kicks and deals. Missing high with the curveball.
Both sides have been trying to hit that outside corner a lot. It's really been hit or miss so far.
Sumner's 1 for 1, a bunt single that brought home a run. Entered tonight with a .250 batting average and the 3-2 on the way. Tapper back towards the mound. Gloved by Schwartz, takes a couple of steps and flips to first. To Perusic, 1 up and 1 down. And now Mike Kinsella will come out of the dugout. He turns and points to Josh Yu, who looks to be the new pitcher coming into the game. 3 1/3 for Noah Schwartz as he heads to the outfield. Schwartz will move to center, I believe. That's normally where he goes. They'll probably send Nick Wyzakowski to left. But we'll see how they adjust as players make their way to the dugout to try and either grab new gloves or just being substituted for. We'll step aside here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. You will warm up, and we will have a new pitcher on the mound when we return.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Josh Yu into the game, and Yu on the season. 24 1/3 innings of work. He's scattered 18 hits, 15 runs, 13 of them earned, 20 strikeouts to 13 walks. He's hit 7 batters on the season. ERA at 3.74 entering tonight's contest. Stats provided by NJ.com. Pitch. Runs away, a ball and no strikes. Lineup flips over. This is Aiden Poot. He's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. 1 to second and 1 to short his last time up in the second. Talked about it earlier. Poot was magnificent on the mound last night against Hightstown. 2 starts against Hightstown this season. Totaled 23 strikeouts against the Rams on the year. 14 earlier on the season and 9 more last night as he takes another one away. 2 balls and no strikes to him.
It seems like he really just had the Rams number this season. Just he couldn't just he wouldn't let them do anything. I think it was a one-hitter performance last night that he had.
Yep.
And then, as you mentioned, 14 Ks in one game is, I don't want to repeat myself, but those are video game numbers. You don't see that every single day.
No, you do not.
Like, he's special on the mound, but it seems like Hightstown brings out like a special type of beast in him. I don't know why, but he's locked in whenever he's playing the Rams.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch runs inside. That one actually got a piece of him. Poot will take first after being hit by a pitch. And a 1-out base runner now for Lawrence.
You know, thankfully that one doesn't sting too much. That one just seems like it clipped his pant leg a little bit. So just shake that off as he's going down the line. Not a good start for you, though.
Here is Connor Crowley. A man aboard and 1 down. The first pitch curve. Right around the feet of Hopkins, unable to haul it in cleanly. Looked good out of the hand, but must have missed low.
Yu's got a quick delivery to the plate, too. He doesn't spend too much time with his kick. It might be tough to get a base on him.
At the knees, and the count evens at 1 apiece.
That was really good placement there.
Yu just trying to induce a ground ball here. Could get out of the inning with a double play turned. 1-1. Inside. Two balls and 1 strike the count.
He is quite fortunate he came into this inning with an out already. Because coming into the game, walking your first guy with no outs is a lot different.
Yu at the belt, the 2-1. Rolled over to third, could be 2. Dean struggles to get it out of his glove, and the throw to second is offline and late.
I don't even know what happened there. It seemed like he had trouble getting it out of the glove, and then it was a really lollipop throw over to second base. At that point, he should have just tried to get the out at first.
Yeah. E5 fielder's choice will be the scoring. Crowley's on first, Poot is on second, and here comes Teak Toto. He walked and came around to score back in the third. Cards threatening yet again and looking to put up runs for the 3rd consecutive inning. And now Jim Mayer having some words with our home plate umpire tonight. That's Dave Perry behind the plate. Anthony Verderis over at first, Joe Leone at second base, and Jim Peterson at third base. I believe 3 of the 4 were on last night's game. And a courtesy runner, it's Ben Hauger coming in, this time for Connor Crowley at first base. So Hauger takes over on the base paths. Second time he's done so tonight for the pitcher. Hopkins heads on out to the mound. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does. Haldeman Ford, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WVCB, as well as the Trentonian. Don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer 7 days a week. The pitch. Missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Teak Toto.
He walked last time, and now he's got a runner in scoring position here.
1-0. Fouled off the hand, straight back off the netting. A ball and a strike the count.
He's got a hefty leg kick, Toto does. Seems like he's got like a Jose Bautista type leg kick when he goes up.
One. Cut on and missed. A hearty fastball that time from Yu.
And Toto liked it too. That was a really big cut that he took at that one.
The 1-2. Curveball freezes him for strike 3. 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning.
Beautifully thrown, beautifully executed. You really locked back in for that at-bat. 2 tough at-bats, let up the walk, and then the really weird error. Good on him to come and get that strikeout right there.
Josh Vikroski comes to the dish. He's 2 for 2. An RBI single and a couple of runs scored. The pitch. A ball and no strikes to Vikroski.
Kroski's made some decent contact. He hit that double earlier, and then he hit that single as well.
Two 2-0 the count. Driven in the air, deep center field, going back, Wyzakowski hangs up, reaches up, and makes the catch. That was Noah Schwartz out there in center. He took over for Wyzakowski, and he did so with ease, making that catch on the run in the deepest part of the park. Vikroski puts a charge into it, but the Cards unable to capitalize as they strand a pair. No runs, no hits, 2 men left on base. The Ravens trailing by 3, looking for some momentum as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Somebody just airmailed a throw into the dugout. That was scary.
And we're back here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. 6-3 the score. And Lawrence in front of this one. Connor Crowley remains in the game for the Cards. As we remind you, the best team in Mercer County is the Mercer County Republican team supporting the student athletes in tonight's game. The Mercer County Republicans proud to sponsor tonight's game on WBCB. And the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg since 1936. The Italian People's Bakery. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. Hayden Perusic to lead things off for the Ravens. A sack bunt his first time up. Takes that one at the knees, a called strike. Perusic entered tonight with a .304 average as he laces this one just foul down the third base line. Karam's off the tarp. And it's 0-2 now to Perusic.
Robbinsville has had some chances to tie this game up again, but the Lawrence pitching has really locked down that.
Swing and another foul off the bat of Perusic. We'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. .2. Got him to chase downstairs. Dobkin fires to first, and there's one down.
Beautiful breaking ball thrown from Crowley there. Great placement, honestly. That outside slider gets all the righties chasing.
Here's Tyler Bennell at the dish. 1 for 1, an RBI triple, a 2 RBI triple, and a run scored. First pitch to him. Big swing, comes up empty.
He really, really liked what he saw with that one. Who knows where that one would have ended up if it went off the barrel.
The 0-1. In the dirt. Poot in center field in the right center alleyway. That fastball on the outside black, and it's 1-2. Yeah, he drove that one into that gap his first time up, but you can tell that they're working him away and must know that they think he could drive another one that way if he gets one. 1-2 taken down, 2-2.
They better hope that Crowley can keep that location outside if he does piece it up, because that left center field gap is just, it's calling for it. Center field is wide open.
Yes, it is.
A ground ball up the middle is a double.
Rolled over to third. Williver has it, shuffles and fires. High throw, in and out of the glove of Crowley. Bunnell runs well. He might have beaten that one out anyway. But the high throw caused Crowley to elevate, and on his way down just kind of popped in and out of that first baseman's mitt.
Yeah, I think he beat that out. I would score that one an infield single. Yeah, he does run well. He's a basketball player as well, so you know he's a heck of an athlete.
Bunnell aboard for the second time tonight. First pitch taken for a called strike by Yu.
How long do they keep Bunnell at first before they try to send him here?
I don't know if they will send him here. We'll see. He does move well, as we mentioned, a good athlete, but trailing by 3. You might want to try to piece some offense together, get some more than one base runner aboard, and apply the pressure to Crowley as he moves the count to 0-2.
Went inside on Sullivan there. It's not something that they're used to seeing this inning.
0-2 taken above the laces by Yu, and that's a call that the Lawrence fans wanted for strike 3.
Yeah, Poot was out in center field jumping. He didn't agree with that one at all.
Crowley steps off, he'll reset. The no batting gloves approach from Josh Yu at the dish. Behind a ball and 2 strikes with a runner on first and 1 down. Ravens trailing 6-3. The pitch. Swing and a foul.
No batting gloves to me is always crazy, honestly. It doesn't matter like what weather it is. I have to have batting gloves on if I'm taking cuts. That like I can't take the stings anymore.
1-2, curveball lined and through into left field. Yu laces that one into left field, first and second and 1 down here for the Ravens.
Yeah, he got a good piece of that one. That curveball hung a little too much in the zone there, and really good piece of hitting from Yu. And now the Ravens are cooking yet again here. Similar situation to what they had when they put up 3 in the second.
That is being ruled as the 6th hit of the night, so the scoring on Bunnell's play was an error.
Interesting.
E5. He's on second, Yu's on first, and at the plate is Eddie Keating. Reached on a drop third strike. Was later caught stealing. Crowley from the stretch peeks at second, throws that way, and Bunnell back in plenty of time.
They almost had Bunnell too, honestly. He's got a big lead.
Sumner's at short, trying to keep him close, playing directly behind Bunnell. The pitch. Taken at the knees, a called strike. Keating thought about a bunt, but pulled away.
Cardinals are definitely expecting a bunt here. Both corners are in. And Crowley came charging from first to try to field that.
Crowley again just trying to keep Bunnell close over there at second.
Sumner basically hiding behind him.
Shot on the ground into left field for a base hit. Bunnell's coming around third, and he's going to score. An RBI single from Eddie Keating. It's a 2-run game.
Coming alive from the 9 hole to get that RBI. Now back to the top, 1 out in the exact same situation that you found yourself before. What what better situation could you be in right now if you're the Ravens?
That'll prompt Jim Mayer to come from the dugout and out to the hill. Not sure if Connor Crowley's day is done, more so just a meeting it looks. But now the Ravens have some offense brewing. First and second, one down, one across so far, and threatening for more.
Yeah, just probably trying to calm Crowley down a little bit here. You've got to try to get him to lock back in. That's tough when you let up a couple hits back to back like that, and then the 9-hole hitter drives in an RBI on you. You don't like to see that.
Catcher, Gavin Hopkins.
Gavin Hopkins comes to the plate in a big spot. Tying run on first with one down, and another runner on second in U. Time called.
Courtesy runner coming in at second.
Courtesy runner for U coming in to run for U is Tyler Solovey.
Tyler Solovey.
So Solovey on second. One down. Hopkins shows bunt, pops it up, foul ground. Williver dives, but he can't make the play. Great effort from Connor Williver. He almost hauled that one in.
Yeah, that probably would have been play of the year for the Lawrence side of things anyway.
A web gem indeed that would have prompted me to get on the horn with Bristol, Connecticut.
I would have been tweeting that one like beyond belief. I would have gotten a Twitter suspension just from the amount of times I would have sent that to ESPN. Get this kid on.
No balls and a strike. Here to Gavin Hopkins. Runners lead off first and second. The pitch off the hands. Fouled into the seats. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes.
That curveball is just hanging a little too much. And Robbinsville is really, really comfortable taking hacks at that. Time granted.
Hopkins a hit on his line tonight. He's 1 for 2. Singled back in the third, but was stranded. One across here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-2. Hit him. Bases loaded and one down. Nick Wyzakowski comes to the plate.
Well, that's worst case scenario right there for Lawrence. Now the go-ahead run sits at first.
Center fielder Nick Wyzakowski.
Nick Wyzakowski comes to the plate. He singled his last time up just an inning ago.
The bat's continuing to stay hot. I mean, that one wasn't really on a swing, but just really good momentum there for Robbinsville. It's not pretty, but as a fan of them, you love to see it.
First pitch to Wyzakowski, swung on and fouled back. Up to the sweet level. No balls and 1 strike. Wyzakowski with 7 RBIs on the season. The pitch upstairs. Picked up his 13th hit of the season earlier tonight. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say, it's a massive at-bat here. Now we're getting later into the ballgame. We've seen a couple runners in scoring position situations before, but now this gets even bigger and bigger.
1-2. Downstairs, excuse me, that was the 1-1. Now 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Bases loaded. Bottom of the fourth. A run across for Robbinsville. And we'll have to wait before the 2-1 can come across as Wyzakowski is granted time.
I'll tell you what, this home plate umpire has been very lenient with the time requests from the batters.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Crowley, fouled back. And the count goes even again, this time at 2.
Another foul ball from Wysakowski. He's got me ready to make a play out here. That one gets right over the net. I got to be ready.
You do, because I was here earlier calling a game this spring for some of the college games here at the ballpark, and one came right into the radio booth, and I dropped it.
Oh, man.
2-2 taken high, and the count goes full. Yeah, called play-by-play of it and the whole thing for John Jay College on their stream.
Ravens standing up now. Their crowd getting hype.
3-2 pitch. Spoiled by Wysakowski.
That foul ball dropped by a fan over there as well.
They're not easy to catch. A ton of spin on those foul balls.
It's a lot of backspin,
too.
Yeah,
you really have to cradle it.
It always just ends up going back towards the field. Like, I can't relate. The only time I ever got a ball at a game, a coach threw it up to me, and I dropped it still. But
3-2 freezes him at the knees, inside corner. Huge punch out from Crowley. There's 2 away.
Connor Crowley, you stud. If he can get one more just like that against Fowler, if Lawrence could put up another run, I don't like saying that it's game over, but it would be getting close to that point. That momentum would almost be insurmountable.
Johnny Fowler at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back on the ground.
Crowley starting to come a little bit more inside here. We saw him working that outside corner a lot, but he's starting to play to the plate a little bit.
The 0-1 runs away. Leading run for Robbinsville on first. It's Hopkins. Solove on third. Keating on second. Bouncing ball to third. Gloved by Williver. He'll step on the bag for the final out. Connor Crowley works out of a bases-loaded jam. 1 run comes across, but he keeps it at a 2-run advantage for the Cards. 1 run comes across on 3 hits. 3 men left on base. We'll head to the 5th through 4 here at the ballpark.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs for acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
It'll be Connor Williver to lead things off for the Lawrence Cardinals after he came up big at third base. 5 unassisted as he took it to the bag himself to end the inning. Williver followed by Aiden Crowley and Andrew Benitez. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Cards. Still leading this one by 2. The Ravens get one back in their half of the 4th. But they strand them loaded. And largely in part to the great execution from Crowley, but great execution defensively in the field from Williver at third on that final out.
Yeah, it's plays like that, honestly, a lot of times with a lot of mental mistakes, because you could get it out at quite literally any base. Throw it anywhere, there's a good chance that you're going to get the out, and sometimes guys overthink that. Williver just knew where he was, knew the situation, got the out quick at third, and now he's getting his hot bat specifically back up into the plate.
Leading off the top of the fifth.
See if he could add on more for this Cardinals team. He's already done a decent bit today for them.
Williver comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2, a single, a triple, 2 runs scored, and an RBI on his line. First pitch hits him.
Now, obviously, no intent behind that hit batsman there. Probably just lost that one a little bit, and Williver's going to get a courtesy runner as well here.
It'll be Ben Hogger again coming in to run.
That's still 1,000 on the on-base percentage tonight for Connor Williver.
Runner number 17, Ben Hogger.
So Hauger will actually be considered a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner, since Williver is a third baseman.
That's right.
But likely going to re-enter is Williver, and it looks like he's going to warm up down in the bullpen, as he might be tasked with some of the final outs in this one.
Right.
But that courtesy runner, or that pinch runner coming in for him before he's relocated as a pitcher, considered a pinch runner. So Hauger at first. And nobody out. Aiden Crowley at the plate. He's 2 for 2, a couple of RBIs and a run scored. Bunt, first base side, well placed. Bobbles, flips to first in time. Taking second base is Hauger with one down. Another successful sacrifice.
Yeah, and that was one of the better played bunts that we've seen today on the infield. That's been a struggle so far for the Ravens to get quick outs on it. We saw a lot of bunt singles early on, a lot of errors early on those plays like that.
The hits even up at 7 apiece. Here's Benitez at the dish. 0 for 2 so far tonight. First pitch from well high. Ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that one just came out of the hands a little too early. That was a curveball, it looked like. It slipped.
One-0. Swung on and fouled. One ball, one strike. A runner in scoring position in Hauger. And one down in the inning. That one runs away. Great stop by Hopkins. The left-handed catcher hauling that one in and saving Hauger from advancing to third with less than 2 down. One on the inside corner for a called strike 2.
Inside part of the plate's play is really doing well for both pitchers now. They've both gone there a couple of times. They've both gotten the calls that they're looking for.
Benitez calls time, and it's granted. Great turnout on hand here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. And a good game so far, 10 total runs, 14 total hits.
It's been very entertaining so far. I've been loving every second of this game. Ooh.
2-2 runs up and inside, and the count now goes full. Hauger leads off second. The count at 3-2. Yu at the belt, he's ready. Payoff pitch. Fouled back towards the press box. That one just to the right of you guys?
That was a little far out of my reach, yeah. That was closer to the visitor radio than anything.
There you go.
I reached, though. I won't lie to you. I tried to make a play.
Three-two pitch. Hauger in motion. Ball hit on the ground to short. Throw goes to first in time. Coming home, Hauger. He's safe. Never stopped running. Straight from second all the way home, and he comes across to score. The lead back to 3 for the Cards, 7-4.
An absolutely designed play again there. Another designed base running play for the Cardinals there that seemed to specify in really getting that down packed. Hit and run there to the shortstop. No chance to make the play at third to try to get the tag. So beautiful execution, beautiful. I can't say enough about that.
Here's Drew Dobkin at the plate. 2 down. Excuse me, 1 down. Or no, 2 down and nobody aboard. Playing mind games with myself, looking at my book. 6-3 put out, brought home a run. A ball and no strikes to count to Dobkin. After giving up a run, the Cards get it right back. They've had a response in just about every inning when the Ravens have scored. Fastball misses up and inside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Dobkin.
Yeah, Robbinsville came out in the bottom of the second, immediately tied it. Lawrence said, never mind, we're going to take the lead again, went up 3, and then Robbinsville struck for 1 last time, and then like you just said, they just keep replying. Robbinsville's not getting any sort of leeway to get any type of offense going.
Next pitch misses down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike is the count. Or 2 balls and 1 strike is the count, my apologies. Rolled over towards third. That one's foul.
Deuces on Dobkin, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yu's got the sign from Hopkins in the pitch. Missing off the back foot of Dobkin, and it's 3-2.
It looked like Yu started walking off the mound there. I think he seemed like he caught the plate.
Payoff pitch. Up and inside for ball 4. A 2-out base runner for Lawrence.
Really good at bat from Dobkin there. He looked at some really tough pitches there, honestly. Some of those are really tough to lay off, and now gives Lawrence another opportunity to extend their lead.
Another courtesy runner comes in for Lawrence. It's Shane Mitchell, the junior outfielder. Takes over for Dobkin, the catcher. The courtesy runner aboard. And a move over to check on Mitchell.
2 outs, you just go at Sumner's here, honestly.
Seneca so far tonight, 1 for 2, an RBI single on a bunt. Puts this one down the third base line. Rolling, and it's foul.
That's heads-up defense.
Dean at third base came charging in. He almost touched it in fair ground, but wisely let it roll, and it continued to roll foul. Almost a picture-perfect bunt placed by Sumners. He thought he was well safe at first, giving some high fives to his first base coach, but again, ruled foul and wisely played over there by Ben Dean.
Yeah, just great heads-up baseball there, letting the ball completely roll until it gets over into that foul line, not having to force a throw on an incredibly fast runner like Sumner. And that was a beautiful bunt, too. The only problem was it just went a little too far to the left for him.
No balls and 2 strikes to count the Sumners, and a move over to first. Mitchell back in with a dive.
And I get trying to catch him off when he's taking his lead, but you got 2 strikes and 2 outs. I really think you should focus on the batter here.
A 2-strike pitch. Driven out towards right center field, carrying. That's going to get down and could be extra bases. Mitchell's being waved around. He's coming home, and he's going to score. RBI double from Seneca Sumners.
Well, everything continues to go right for the Lawrence Cardinals. A 2-out walk turns into an RBI double from Seneca Sumner. Beautiful play by Lawrence. They are not stopping. They want this title bad.
Mitchell comes around all the way from first to score. An 8-5 lead. Poot drives this one deep towards left center field. That'll be extra bases. Sumners comes home. Poot's on his way to second. He's in safely. RBI double from Poot. 9-5 Lawrence.
Just more of the same for the Cardinals. When you're hot, you stay hot. Poot drives that one to the opposite gap. This time we saw Sumner split the right center field gap, and then Poot says, all right, I'll split the other one. He splits the left center gap and gets another RBI double out of it. Lawrence can't stop hitting right now.
Correction, it's a 9-4 Lawrence lead. And some scoreboard malfunctions here at the ballpark as the runs keep on being added on here in the bottom part of the inning, but we are in the top. And the top of the 5th. They've been doing a lot of damage, have the Cards. 9-4 the score. Aiden Poot, an RBI double to grow the lead further, and the Cards can begin to taste it. The first CVC Tournament Championship is in sight. Still a lot of ball left to be played, but the Cards extending their lead here in the 5th. First pitch curve runs high, snap throw to second base. But back in plenty of time is Aiden Poot.
You alluded to how much of a powerhouse this Lawrence team has been the past couple of seasons early on in the broadcast, but it seems like the one thing that was slipping them was the title, when it was MCTs, and it seems like they just were never able to get that job done.
Yeah, the tournament might have a new name and might have a couple teams that are no longer allowed to compete in the CVC tournament, but you ask Jim Mayer, you ask this Lawrence team, all the guys that have come back from last season, and this is absolutely a revenge tour for them. They knew how close they were last year, how talented they were. They won the CVC, their division, and here with a great chance to get redemption and revenge for what they feel a season where they left some meat on the bone in county play. But now in the division tournament, runner in motion, the throw goes to third, and thrown out is Poot at third base. And Dean a bit hobbly after that play as he might have caught a spike.
Yeah, it looks like it, but he's able to stand on it. He's jogging now. He'll be okay.
Hopkins throws the runner out in third, and Poot trying to steal the bag. But the damage done in the inning. 3 more runs come across for Lawrence. It's a 5-run advantage. 9-4 the score. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology is the place for all general dermatology needs. For acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, hives, warts, and other growths. They have a friendly and courteous staff, and they can usually offer appointments within 24 hours for emergencies. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Back at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, Connor Crowley remains in the game for the time being. And a bit more run support for him out on the bump.
Yeah, a bit more. Lawrence exploded again.
Here's Noah Schwartz to lead things off for Robbinsville. First pitch swinging a sky-high pop-up in the infield. Making the call, and the catch is Guzman.
Those high pop-ups and the lights are always a super tough play to make regardless of where you're at in this field. That's a really good play by him.
And not necessarily the easiest thing to get a ball up above the lights here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. That one definitely was close enough, and anytime you do that, you go out of sight for a little bit. Like Ryan said, it makes things a little bit more difficult for you. No balls and a strike here to Matt Boss. Boss, a single and a run scored. He flew out to right his last time up. Takes and just missing. A ball and a strike, the count moves.
Yeah, Boss gave that last ball a pretty good ride to right field, but Toto was just able to, he tracked that very well and made a good play.
A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Boss. Roller to short. Sumner's dives. Can't keep it in his glove. It'll be an infield single here for Matt Boss and a 1-out base runner.
It was a good effort from Sumner to keep that one in the infield, and Boss able to get another single on the game. He came in to score the last time he hit that single.
Matt Boss single gives the Ravens a 1-out base runner. Here's Hayden Perusic. Perusic, he's 0 for 1. A sac bunt his first time up in the second. Struck out swinging back in the fourth on the 2-3 put out after the drop third. First pitch to him, cut on and fouled into the seats right side.
You know, I would have assumed that the song that was just playing was Boss's walk-up music, but apparently it's not.
No balls and a strike to Perusic, and a throw over to first to check on Matt Boss. He's back in time. Bennell in the on-deck circle. Perusic looking to do some damage. Checked. Third base side. Williver gloves, throws on the run, picked by Crowley. On the way to third is Boss. He'll slide in safely. Heads up play from him. There's 2 down.
It was a great play from Williver to get the out at first base, and great heads-up base running from Matt Boss to get all the way to third on that ground ball, because nobody came over to cover third when Williver went to go make that play.
A great pick over there at first as well by Aiden Crowley. A short hop throw from Williver and he read it just about as good as you could for a first baseman. Here's Tyler Bunnell, an RBI triple on his night, 2 RBIs to be exact, and a couple of runs scored. Scoring 2 of the 4 Ravens runs tonight has Bunnell. Ahead 1-0 here. Lines this one out to left, coming in Vikroski, but it won't hang up enough for him. An RBI single for Bunnell. His success continues at the dish.
Robbinsville not done yet. They're showing they still got a little bit of fight left in this game.
And again, you can't go unmentioned just how heads up of a play it was from Matt Boss to take the extra bag, seeing Williver was brought in and Sumners wasn't over there to cover for him. That extra run could be big here for the Ravens as they chip away in their half of the 5th. They get a run across. 9-5 now the score. First pitch to Josh Yu, taken down and away, a ball and no strikes.
And even if Josh Yu doesn't get on here, and if they pitch well, the Ravens still have 6 more outs to play with after this at bat, pending how Josh Yu does.
One-0. Runner in motion, swing and a skyer, right side. And into the seats.
A beautiful day has turned into an absolutely beautiful night here at the ballpark.
Cool breeze now blowing in off the Delaware River. Nearing 9 o'clock here at the ballpark tonight. A gorgeous night as mentioned. 1-1 cut on and fouled back over the rooftop. Moves to 1-2. Yu a single his last time up. Stranded on third after the Ravens left him loaded.
You know that last inning is really sticking in their craw. They want to get more than just 1 run.
Runner moves, but this pitch fouled back, and Bunnell will head back to first.
It's the second time we've seen Bunnell go. Probably not the last time either, but.
A ball and 2 strikes. 2 down. Bunnell off of first. Aiden Crowley holding him on. Connor Crowley comes set on the mound. The 1-2. Down above the laces.
Crowley's taking his time on a couple of these pitch deliveries. He's making both the batter and the base runner think. Time granted yet again.
Crowley's 2-2. Down and inside, and the count is now full. Bunnell likely in motion on the payoff pitch with 2 down and the count full. And Dobkin heads out to the mound to talk things over with Connor Crowley ahead of this payoff pitch.
Crowley, another really consistent arm, along with his brother Aiden. Like, both of them have been very consistent this season for the Cardinals. Honestly, one of the 2 you would want to have up in this situation, if not named Aiden Poot.
3-2, runs inside and taken for ball 4. Both the Crowley boys showing their emotion on that pitch, as that one a pitch they definitely wanted with 2 down, and Connor Crowley looks like he knows his day is done out there on the mound.
Another close pitch there. We've seen a couple that could have gone either way on both sides today, but either way, 2 runners now on for the Ravens. A new arm, most likely Connor Williver coming in for them, and it is. So good outing from both Crowley boys. Now we got to see if Williver can finish it out for him.
Connor Williver comes into the game here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 down. Runners at first and second. Ravens applying some pressure. We'll see if Williver can work out of a jam.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Connor Williver into the game. He moves from third to the hill. Guzman, we'll see if he moves back to third, and he does. And Connor Crowley goes back to second base where he started this game. So Connor Williver, the third infielder to pitch in this game, as Aiden Crowley got the start and then moved over to first. Then Connor Crowley came in from second to pitch second, and pitching third after playing third is Connor Williver. Well, Eddie Keating will come to the dish. He singled home a run his last time up. A chance to do so here with Bunnell on second. And it looks like taking over at first base again for you is Tyler Sullivan.
And at second base, number 9, Connor Crowley.
Williver at the belt and the first pitch from him. Fastball catches the outside corner, no balls and a strike. Good sign from Williver as he gets ahead.
Yeah, he likes to pound that fastball in nice and early.
Resets out there on the mound. Has his sign from Dobkin and the pitch. Well, we'll have to wait as he does the noodle move over towards second.
Very concerned about these base runners.
Oh, 1. Nasty curveball. Dropped in for a called strike 2.
That nasty curveball followed by the smell of Duck Island from here.
You haven't smelled anything yet, my friend. We've gotten quite the smells from Duck Island. The 0-2, tapped foul, somehow got a piece of that one. Expanded the zone quite a bit, did Keating. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Keating's really been fighting this whole game, even though he struck out his first at bat, but he still made it on the drop third strike. He's been on base each time he's been up to the plate. It's been a real challenge for the Lawrence pitchers.
And a balk going to be called against Williver as he kind of jerked a little bit before moving the leg, and 2 out of the 3 infield umpires got it, and our home plate umpire as well, and Dave Perry saw that one too.
Yeah, when 75% of the umpires call your balk, not much you can do about that one.
Still 0-2, now 2 in scoring position. Roller to third, charging Guzman, has it, fires across the diamond to Crowley, in time. The Ravens strand 2 more. Williver works out of a jam and keeps it at a 9-5 game. 1 run comes across for Robbinsville as they get 1 back to make it a 9-5 game, I should say. We'll head to the 6th with the Ravens trailing by 4.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Tuesday, kids eat free. Wednesday, dollar dog nights, post-game firework nights, Thirsty Thursday, and pork roll Fridays. There's something for everyone at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. And a pitching change on the mound for Robbinsville. Into the game, the right-hander, this sophomore, Gavin Yablonowitz. And the last time I saw Gavin Yablonowitz here on WVCB, he was playing Little League Baseball, I believe, for West Windsor, and quite the performance he put on. It was either for Robbinsville or for West Windsor. I think it might have been Robbinsville against West Windsor in the game that we did. It was a multi-home run game for Gavin Yablonowitz, who just scorched that summer at the Dish, as he was just lethal during that entire district tournament we covered a handful of years ago now. Yablonowitz in his sophomore campaign thrusted into the game, looking to keep it right where we stand at 9-5. 2, 3, and 4 here for Lawrence. And the pitch. Curveball on the inside corner. It's 0-1.
Well, I'll say that's got to be a lovely full circle moment for you, Mike, seeing him fulfill a high school dream just as much as you saw his Little League dreams get fulfilled too.
I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun. Yablonowitz plunks Crowley, hitting him up and in. The leadoff man is aboard for Lawrence, but it was a lot of fun calling the game. One, because he did so well. He had such a good game at the Dish. I think it was a 2-run home run and a 3-run home run he had in the game. I believe he finished with like 6 or 7 RBIs as well on the day, but I kind of feel like how I would imagine Rich Fisher feels seeing some of these guys come up through the ranks, not just, you know, as little leaguers, but he gets to call games for the sons of guys that he started to cover back in his early days of doing this. And full circle moment indeed. Hot shot under the glove of Keating into center field. First and second, nobody out.
That looked like a tailor-made double play there for the Ravens, and honestly, this half of the inning couldn't have gotten off to a worse start for them.
Well, that ball was scorched on the ground, the definition of a worm burner, and Keating did just about all he could to kind of keep it in front, but that one able to sneak under the glove and head into center field for a base hit. First and second, nobody out, and here comes Josh Vakrosky, who's done some damage at the Dish himself.
Yeah, he had a really, really long fly out in his last at-bat. You know he wants to make up for that.
First pitch taken outside, and Hopkins heads out to Yablonowitz to talk some things over.
Honestly, we've only seen one bad pitch from Yablonowitz so far. It was just the one that plunked him. Other than that, he located pretty well.
Pitch in there. I believe it's a ball and a strike. First pitch was ruled a ball. The scoreboard shows otherwise at 0-2.
Yeah, I also believe it is 1-1.
Yep, and it is. Dave Perry signaling 1-1. Beautiful bunt, left side of the mound. Yablonowitz, bare hands, throws high. Everybody's safe. Vakrosky tripped up by Perusic as he came down with the throw. Bases are loaded, nobody out for Connor Williver.
And thankfully he's okay, because you see plays like that all the time. Somebody hurts a knee, or they end up landing on their arm, or even worse, their head. So good on him to bounce back up and be A-okay after a play like that. Those are really scary sometimes.
Bases loaded. Would have been a tough play at first, but I think a good throw would have gotten him.
Oh, no doubt. Like, yeah, he has wheels, but a good throw on target, he was out.
First pitch breaking ball, catches the outside corner, 0-1. Williver 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of runs and an RBI, a single and a triple on his line. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. And time is called. The infield now in for Robbinsville, so a hard hit ball should be able to score a pair here for Lawrence. 0-1. Driven out towards right field, that's a base hit. 1 run comes across, here comes the second. A 2 RBI single. Teak Toto comes across to score. 11-5 Lawrence, they're pouring it on.
Well, Williver doing quite literally exactly what you said he was, quite literally what you said what would happen with the infield in. If he was playing at normal depth, he might have had actually a chance to jump at that and get that, but now you see if Williver gets another pair of RBIs on his line. 3 for 3 on the night for him. An unbelievable day at the plate, and he's going to get to finish it out on the mound, too.
Williver with a 3 RBI night. A couple of runs scored, 3 runs scored for him. Actually, 2 runs scored for him. Hogger came around to score what would have been his 3rd run of the night.
Right.
And Mike Kinsella comes out to the mound, and now the Ravens trailing in this one by 6. And every inning that the Cards have scored, they've scored more than 1. 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th, and now 2 more here in the 6th. And still not done yet, nobody out.
Yeah, they really have a chance to, like, they've already been pouring it on since the last half inning, but they have an even bigger chance to take almost even a double-digit lead if they get both of these runners in. Almost.
Crowley bunts. Dean goes to 3rd for the force out. What a play. Great cover by Johnny Fowler.
It was like a designed defensive play there from the Ravens because Fowler ran in front of the second base, of the runner at second base on his way to 3rd and beat him to the bag. And a really good turn and throw there from Dean. All around great play from the Ravens.
1st and 2nd, 1 down. Yablonowitz, first pitch to Benitez, swung on, driven, deep center field, backpedaling Schwartz. He's there to make the catch. Runners will retreat back. Taking over on second base for Williver, that was Ethan Graham, the sophomore. He heads back to second base, and there's 2 down.
It looked like it was going to go a little bit deeper off the bat, but pretty routine fly ball out to center field, no advance.
Two down after the deep fly out off the bat of Benitez. And Dobkin comes to the plate. Dobkin 0 for 1. Walked and scored a run. Actually, Shane Mitchell came around to score his run for him. The pitch. Fastball runs inside 1-0. Strong wind now blowing inward, much more traditional here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Runs too far away. 2 balls and no strikes. Doesn't look like anybody's down in the Robbinsville pen getting loose.
No, I can't see anything from my vantage point either. And same for the Lawrence side either. No one's going for them either.
(2-0). Now 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 from Yablonowitz. And taken for ball 4. It'll reload the bases.
And now you got a kid in Sumner stepping up who's got to be feeling himself after ripping that RBI double earlier on in the game. So you know he's going to want to get right back to where he was, get right back on second base.
Mitchell comes back in to take over for Dobkin on first. And Sumners comes to the plate looking to do some more damage. A couple of RBIs for him. He's 2 for 3. And the first pitch, off speed, just runs too far in. Lawrence ahead by 6 and looking to do some more damage. The 1-0. Inside corner for a called strike.
Yeah, Jablonowicz has got to take every advantage he can get right now to get out of this inning. He's already got 2 outs. He's got to locate and he's got to execute.
One. Down in the dirt. That is Hopkins behind home plate.
Looks a little
bit shaken up after blocking that ball. Not sure if he's cramping up. Seems like he's trying to stretch that right hamstring out.
You hope he didn't tweak anything on. He's had to block a couple of those like that same similar motion, so you hope he didn't just twist wrong or something.
2-1. Big swing comes up empty, 2-2.
Should go right back at him with it. Shouldn't throw him anything else.
Two. Off the hand, shot to first. Perusic, gloves, races to the bag and gets there in time for out number 3. It's an 11-5 ball game. 2 more runs come across for Lawrence in the inning. They leave him loaded, but they get a couple more and make this an 11-5 game. Connor Willever heads on out for the bottom of the 6th here in the CVC Baseball Finals.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
On to the bottom of the 6th. Connor Willever stays in. The Ravens trailing this one 11-5. Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter, Makai Gundy producing tonight's stream. A beautiful night here in the Garden State. From the home of the Trenton Thunder at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, a great experience for all of these kids to have an opportunity to play on a big league caliber field. Great condition. The field looks spectacular here at the ballpark. And it'll be Gavin Hopkins to lead things off for Robbinsville. The first pitch missing, and it's 1-0 in his favor. Next pitch in there. One. Shot on the ground, left side, Sumners. Backhand, Jeter throw from the hole, but it's not in time. What a play from Sumners just to get to that ball, but again to try the jump throw deep in the hole. Great effort from him.
fielder, Nick.
I'm sorry about that. What did I just miss just then? I apologize.
Sumner's fielding a ground ball in the hole, and on the backhanded running effort, doing the Jeter jump throw across the diamond. The throw just not in time. An infield single to begin the 6th.
Well, I'd like to apologize for Seneca Sumner for not being here to accurately get that play on camera, but I hope that the positioning was able to adequately cover it.
Sky ball out towards short. And that one caught by Sumner's for out number 1.
Shortstop, Johnny Fowler.
That'll bring up Johnny Fowler.
Well, it's the start that you want for an inning if you're the Ravens. You get your leadoff hitter on. Unfortunately, Wysakowski not able to do anything with it just there. But now you got Fowler stepping up here, who hasn't had the best night at the dish, but he's had some hard hit balls.
Hopkins starts, then stops. Pitch taken by Fowler. It's 0-1. Fowler tonight 0 for 3. Williver will reset. Hopkins, the defensive indifference, will take second base. A ball and a strike. Williver trying to get comfortable out there on the mound, resets, retoes the rubber. Hopkins dancing off second, the 1-1. Bouncing ball to third. In and out of the glove of Guzman, and he'll just eat it. Oh, they're going to call that a foul ball.
Really?
Or are they going to call it a foul ball? No. They'll call it a fair ball. My apologies. Fowler stopped short of the first base bag and almost looked like he was going to head back to home, but I guess he was just stopping himself from running through the bag. My apologies there, folks. First and second, 1 down. And Noah Schwartz comes to the plate. First pitch curveball, missing high, a ball and no strikes. Schwartz, he's 1 for 3, popped out to third in the third and popped out the second his last time up in the 5th. A single and a run scored in the second.
He got the first big rally for the Ravens started early. Let's see if he can do it again.
Off the hands, popped him up. Shallow right field. Crowley goes out and makes the catch. 2 away.
That might have been the pitch to do it on just then. He just missed it, just off his hands.
Schwartz visibly frustrated with himself as he heads back to the dugout. 2 down, here's Matt Boss. Gave it a good ride. Back in the third, a deep fly out into the right field corner as Teak Toto just casually cruised on over and made the catch on the run. A couple of singles and a couple of runs scored. Swing and a ball that was smacked but hooked well foul.
I hope there was a red light going there on 29, because if someone was driving past that, they might have gotten hit.
A long strike 1 to Matt Boss. And Hopkins is going to take third. Dancing off second base and just swipes third base right on easy way.
Well, I mean, sometimes bouncing around like a crazy person out there gets you attention, but it's like, oh, he's not going to do anything. He's just trying to get me off my game. And then no one pays attention, and he steals third, no throw, no nothing.
Oh, 1 to Boss, quickly 0-2. Curveball fell off the face of the earth and landed in the strike zone.
Beautiful bender from Williver.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runners at the corners, the pitch. Liner down into right center field for a hit. Going from first to third and getting there easily is Fowler. Runners at the corners, but the RBI single from Matt Boss makes it an 11-6 game.
And that's a really good mixing of the pitches there from Williver. He went to that breaking ball and then went to the fastball low. It's just an even better swing from Boss to send it into the outfield and get that base hit and another RBI.
Fowler on third, Boss on first, 2 down. And out to the mound is Jimmy Mayer.
And again, presumably not the end of the night for Williver, probably just another quick little conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure if you ask Jim Mayer, Williver is the guy he wants out on the mound for these final 4 outs. If he can get this last one in quick fashion, you like to think he's going to be going on back out there for the 7th.
He's typically somebody that I guess you would put the tag of closer on if you're in the realm of high school baseball. He has come in late in games and really been effective. I was here for a game that, not here, but for Lawrence, did a game for when they played against Steiner, and he came in and pitched effectively as well.
Perusic swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Shallow right field, it's Crowley there to make the catch. A run comes across for Robbinsville. They get 1 back, but that's all. An 11-6 game as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Lawrence looking for some insurance as they get their final bats.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Back at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, on to the top of the 7th inning. Gavin Yablonowitz remains in the game and on the mound for Robbinsville. Top of the order here for Lawrence. Aiden Poot will lead things off, followed by Connor Crowley and Teak Toto. Poot so far tonight, he's got an RBI double in his last at-bat, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. A 1-for-3 game for him, a couple of groundouts in his first 2 at-bats. Yablonowitz kicks and deals and misses well up and in.
And honestly, both teams have hit very well tonight. We've seen 21 total hits tonight from both sides, 11 for Robbinsville and 10 for Lawrence. Robbinsville just has been showing that they're leaving a lot of runners in scoring position. They're just not capitalizing, and Lawrence is doing the exact opposite. They're taking advantage of every opportunity they get with runners in scoring position.
Pitch misses away. 3 balls and no strikes to Aiden Poot. 3-0 catches the corner, 3-1. Still a good hitter's count here for Poot. Might have even earned another fastball. We'll see. 3-1 from Yablonowitz. Outside corner, 3-2.
He caught the corner that he's been trying to hit. Now he's right back in the count here. Anything goes.
The 3-2. Swing and a foul.
Poot being his typical self, putting up a fight here, making it tough for the opposing pitcher.
The 3-2 yet again on the way. Swing and a drive. Deep right field. Boss has it measured. He's there to make the catch. One up and one down. Here's Connor Crowley.
Second baseman, Connor Crowley.
Hyundai of Trenton, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WVCB. Hyundai of Trenton at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. And Jammer Doors and Windows, a fourth-generation local family-owned business offering Rainer Garage doors and openers since 1920. Jammer Doors and Windows, proud to sponsor tonight's game on WVCB. A ball and no strikes to count to Crowley. Takes a breaking ball well high. For Connor tonight, 0 for 3, hit by a pitch and scored a run just an inning ago. 1-0, now 2-0.
Really good showing for him on the mound. He's been trying to transition that over into the plate, but it just hasn't really gone that well for him.
Crowley takes that fastball, catching the outside black. 2-1. Top of inning number 7. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike.
Back in the exact same situation he found himself with Poot.
The 3-1 from Yablonowitz. Lined up the middle and into center field for a hit. 12th hit of the night comes off the bat of Connor Crowley, his first knock. And he gets involved in the hit parade from the Cards tonight.
Yeah, you weren't going to be able to keep him off of the hit column all night. If he got another at bat, there was a good chance he was going to get his knock.
Teak Toto at the plate, singled and scored a run his last time up. A couple of runs scored for Teak tonight as he walked back in the 3rd. Struck out looking in the 4th and grounded out the 2nd his first time up. Crowley on 1st and 1 down. He gets his lead. The lefty and Toto awaits Yablonowitz's pitch. Off speed in there for a called strike.
Looking the backdoor breaking ball there.
The 0-1. Hit him. Fastball caught him on the backside. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. And Josh Vikrosky comes to the dish.
Now, if you're Lawrence, you'd probably be kind of tired of getting hit by the pitch. We've seen that maybe 3, almost 4 times tonight.
4 times tonight, yeah, according to my book. 4 hit batters on the Lawrence lineup card tonight. Not fun getting plunked that many times, although I did watch a game here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark to see the Thunder get hit 11 times in one game.
Please tell me it was warm outside at least and it wasn't like cold so it didn't sting that hard.
It was warm. It was warm. It was I believe a July night. And yeah, 11 batters hit. And the series overall, they hit 14 Thunder batters and led to some chippy baseball in that series.
Oh, I could only imagine. I'd be running towards them. 11 in a game?
Well, the funny part, I should say, I'll wait for this story, the 1-0 pitch on the way to Vikrosky. That one locates the zone for a called strike. The funny part was one of the Thunder pitchers actually hit the opposing team in the final game of the series, and the hitter for the opposing team took offense to it, and the whole Thunder dugout, you could hear him from here in the radio booth, just kind of told him to read the room. And it wasn't intentional at all. There was no retaliation as this throw sails almost into center field, a snap throw from Gavin Hopkins behind home plate. But yeah, you would have thought that it was the Thunder hitting players left and right based on the way that the player who was hit reacted, and as he got to first base tried to apologize, and the Thunder first base coach at the time was just like, I don't want your apology, man. You need to read the room.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's frustrating getting hit by the pitch, but in that situation, after everything that had happened, yeah, please, buddy, read the room.
Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike the count here to Josh Vikrosky. Vikrosky, a 2 for 4 night. An RBI single back in the 3rd. Drives this one out towards deep right field. Boss on the run. He makes the catch. Tagging from 2nd and heading to 3rd is Connor Crowley. He'll advance easily. 2 away with runners at the corners now for Lawrence.
The wind blowing in has really done wonders for the Ravens outfield defense right now, because that ball was ripped. And if they had the same wind going that they were in the first couple of innings, that one may have gotten to the fence, maybe one hop on the warning track. And now Williver, who's had probably one of the better nights of his career, is looking to add more to it.
Chance to do some more damage for Williver. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Couple of RBIs and a run scored. Gets ahead of ball and no strikes. Hopkins needing a couple extra seconds after taking another one. Blocking it in the dirt. Toto on first gets his lead. Crowley off of third. 1-0. Just missed. 2-0.
Pretty sure that one was called earlier in the inning, but
Yep.
you know, there's a reason I'm on camera and not on the field.
2-0. In the air, center field, not too deep. Schwartz has it measured, coasts over into the alleyway and makes the catch. The Cards strand a couple. Unable to push any insurance runs across, but they're 3 outs away from the first ever CVC Tournament Championship. Williver likely heading it back out for the final 3 outs. 11-6 the score. We're on to the bottom of the 7th here in the CVC Finals.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Three outs away, the Lawrence Cardinals stand from capturing the first ever CVC Tournament Championship here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Alongside Ryan Baxter, I'm Mike Warren. What a game it's been. 11-6, Lawrence in front, and 3 outs away from taking home the first ever CVC Tournament Championship. When you hear that sentence alone, it gives you chills. And Williver tasked with the final 3 outs out there on the mound.
Yeah, there's nothing like being the first of a brand new tournament. There's nothing like winning the brand new tournament, being the first name etched on that trophy. But as special as that is, you noted earlier on that Coach Jimmy Mayer has said multiple times that this is a revenge tour for a lot of these returning guys. And honestly, it's going to be good for Coach to get the monkey off his back too and get the win in this tournament for him. And this Lawrence school is going to be a really, really good momentum towards the future. And I think this program would be looking really, 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 we might see them back in the CVC final actually next year if everything looks right.
Just looking down in the Lawrence dugout, saw 2 guys getting the Gatorade cooler ready for Jimmy Mayer for that shower. That'll be a cold one tonight with the breeze blowing in off the Delaware, but a good one indeed. The 1-0 pitch from Williver, a big swing comes up empty from Tyler Bennell, and the count evens at 1 apiece. 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the Ravens. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, I tell you what, it's a well-deserved Gatorade bath, honestly. The way that this man has coached this team, how disciplined this team is, and how well-rounded they are in every aspect, it's a much-deserved victory if they're able to hold on here. I assume they will, but we all know baseball. Anything can happen.
Williver locates the outside black for a called strike 2. In the driver's seat, a ball and 2 strikes to Bennell. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him.
Nasty, nasty curveball there from Williver. He wants to finish this game out strong.
First punch out issued by Connor Williver. 2 outs away are the Cards. Pinch hitter coming in here. It's Cole Hoffman hitting in place of Josh Yu. First pitch to Hoffman. Fastball runs away.
Now, if you're Lawrence, it'd be almost apropos here to have one of the only 1, 2, 3 innings come in the last innings. I think one of the only last ones was the first inning. I don't know how many more 1, 2, 3 innings there have been.
Swing and a drive, deep left center field. Long run for Vikroski. He's not going to get to it. It'll roll towards the warning track, and a one-out double off the bat of Hoffman. A little bit of life sent into the Ravens dugout.
Well, I mentioned the commentator's curse earlier. It worked out for the Lawrence side of things. This time it did not. I apologize for that one, but it was looking like it was going to set up just like the first inning here. But now Williver has to lock back in and see if he can get these last couple outs.
Second baseman, Eddie Keating.
Hoffman, one of 8 seniors on this team, comes in big and delivers with a big double with one down. What a spot for the senior to come in, and a courtesy runner comes in for him. Josh Sanchez, he'll take over on second base with one down.
Now, Keating, we've seen reach base. He had that drop third strike in the second inning, and then he reached on a double, an RBI double, in the fourth inning. So he's been a really key contributor for this team so far, and he continues that night.
Liner into left field. Sanchez being waved around third. Here comes the throw from Vikroski on line. He got him! What a play from Josh Vikroski! 2 down.
An aggressive send from the third base coach, and an absolutely laser beam thrown from Vichowski there. What a throw, no cut required. A good double there from Keating again, but my goodness.
An absolute laser of a throw from Vikroski in left. On a line and on a hop to Drew Dobkin, who applied the tag on Sanchez for the second out. Score remains 11-6, 2 down. Keating on second base. And the lineup flips over. It's Gavin Hopkins.
Cardinal fans are on their feet for this, what could be final at bat of the game.
First pitch taken high by Hopkins, 1-0.
Just missed high and out, just missed that corner.
Williver's 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Hopkins down to his final out here for the Ravens. Ahead 2-0, a runner on second base in Keating. A 2-0 from Williver. Popped up, left side of the diamond. Making the call, Guzman, he can't make the catch, in and out of his glove. Everybody's safe, runners at first and third.
Well, the Cardinals got to wait just a little bit longer.
Well, hold on. I think an infield fly rule might be implemented.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Infield fly rule, the batter is out, and the game, interference on the runner heading to third, as Guzman was interfered with. The final out is made. The Lawrence Cardinals are the CVC Tournament champions.
Well, what else is there to say, really, about this Cardinal team? They lost one of their better players in Deacon Bowe, and they showed no Deacon, no problem. One of the better teams, now proving the best team in the CVC Tournament, the first-time winners of the CVC Tournament. What a year so far it's been for the Cardinals. Hats off to them. Hats off to Coach Jimmy Mayer. What a deserved celebration.
In all of the years of the Mercer County Tournament existence, Jimmy Mayer was unable to win it. What a feeling it's got to be for him to take home the first ever CVC Tournament Championship. Connor Williver is our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game. That interview can be found on our YouTube channel at WBCB Sports. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. The Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the NJEA, Mercer County Republicans, Trenton Thunder, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, Haldeman Ford, Mako of Ewing, all proud to bring you tonight's coverage on WBCB. The trophy presentation coming in just a bit, but first a Gatorade bath for the man himself, Jim Mayer, who takes home the first ever CVC Tournament Finals. What a reaction down on the field for Mayer as he brings it home. And the Cards Revenge Tour is complete. The presentation of the CVC Tournament plaque is coming in just a minute. We'll have that coverage for you here on WBCB. For my broadcast partner, Ryan Baxter, my name is Mike Warren. Makai Gundy produced tonight's stream. We thank you so much for tuning in. The trophy presentation will be shown on the broadcast. Our broadcast audio will be carried over for our voices, myself, Mike Warren, Ryan Baxter, my color commentator, and Makai Gundy. We thank you so much for tuning in to another great season of CVC baseball here on WBCB. The playoffs are next. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview with Connor Williver will be found on our YouTube page. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.
Before we get started with the presentation of awards, there are a couple of people we would like to mention for all their help in making this tournament such a success.
Keep that up. I got the
Kathy Fitzgerald, Steve White, Shannon Schaefer, and Nicole Zoller from Hamilton Parks Department for all the work put into hosting and getting Bob DeMayo Field ready for the semifinals. Jeff Hurley, president of Trenton Thunder, for hosting this championship game, as well as helping to coordinate this finals event, along with the field crew and all the employees who volunteered to work tonight's event. Now for the presentation of awards at home plate by tournament director, Mr. John Costantino. First, a round of applause for our runner-up in this year's tournament, Robbinsville Ravens. Next is the Angelo Gambaluca MVP Award presented to number 7, Aiden Poot from Lawrence High School. Spectators, please stay off the dugouts. Thank you. No one is allowed on the field. Thank you for your cooperation. Our champions will receive a plaque and t-shirts donated by the Colonial Valley Conference. This year's CVC baseball title goes to Lawrence High School. On behalf of the CVC, we would like to thank everyone for your attendance at tonight's game. We hope you have enjoyed the Thunder Entertainment experience and hope to see you back here real soon. Please drive safely on your way home and have a thunderful night.